Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that I advise you, I instruct you to have the fear of Allah and to have the conscience of Allah in secret and in public. Be mindful of Allah when you are all alone by yourself or when you are in the seclusion, and at the same time be mindful of Allah when you are in the public places. And similar hadith Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam also mentioned that ittaqillah haythuma kunt. Fear Allah wherever you are. If you are in the masjid, on the road, in the bus, at your vehicle, at your home, in the market, at the hotel, in the restaurant, wherever you are, always remember one thing. Allah is looking at your words, at your speech, at your actions, at your a'mal, at your dealings. Allah is looking. So my brothers and sisters, how we are in our secret places, how we are in our private places, that is what is going to decide that how much powerful we are when it comes to our iman. How you treat the teachings of Allah or the commands of Allah in seclusion, that is what is going to decide that how pious and how righteous you are. When you are in your khalwat, nobody is watching you, and at that very moment you are holding the sacred limits of Allah, it means that you are a powerful believer. You're not letting the shaitan to distract you. You're not letting the shaitan to disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because it is always easy to worship Allah and to follow the teachings of Allah when it comes to the public places. Because if sometimes people are not afraid of Allah, they are afraid of people. That what people will say. It's not a big deal. That counts as well. Allah counts your ibadah, your worship which are done in the public places. But what is important, what is a big deal, what matters really in the sight of Allah, that how you are in your secret places. When nobody is watching and you thinking and you reminding yourself that although nobody is with me, Allah is with me. Allah's angels, kiram and khatibin, are with me. They're writing my moves. They're writing my action. That is what matters, man. That is what we have to strive for. And subhanAllah, you see, worshipping Allah and following the teachings of Allah in seclusion is so important, and having the fear of Allah in seclusion is so important that Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, there is a hadith about the 7 people who will receive the shade of Allah on the day of judgment, where there will be no any shade except the shade of Allah. So among them is also that individual, وَرَجُلًا ذَكَرَ اللَّهَ خَالِيًا, an individual who remembers Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when he or she is all alone by themselves. He will receive the shade of Allah on the day of judgment when there will be no any shade. Allah is not talking about the person who will worship Allah in the masjid, in the public or in the open places, in the streets when everybody is watching. No. Allah is specifically and specially mentioning about that individual. He is admiring that person who remembers Allah, who has the conscience of Allah, who thinks about his accountability on the day of judgment when he or she is in the secret place, when he or she is in the private places. That is what matters, my brother. And there's a very powerful hadith I want to mention. Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that I certainly know people of my ummah. They will come on the day of judgment with actions, with good deeds, and their actions will pile up like a big mountain. So they will come on the day of judgment bi hasanat, with plenty salat, with plenty zakat, with plenty hajj, with plenty fasting and zikr. But what will happen? Allah will turn their hajj, their zakat, their fasting, their Quran and everything into ashes. When Sahaba Ikram, they heard this, they get worried. So then now they're asking, Ya Rasulullah, please explain them a little bit more for us. Because we don't want to become like them unknowingly. Look at their level of iman, level of taqwa, level of the righteousness. They Sahaba Ikram, they are radiyallahu anhum wa radu an. Allah is pleased with them and they are pleased with Allah. They are from Ashara Mubashara. They are the people that from whom Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam, while he was alive, he assured for them the paradise. But still look at their iman, look at their piety. They're still afraid. They didn't think, okay, no, probably Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam is talking about other people. He's not talking about us. This is a reminder for others. We are a very righteous person, so it's not for us, it's for others. They never thought like that. They always have the hope and they always thought about the mercy of Allah. But at the same time, that hope, that mercy didn't make them heedless. That's how we react sometimes. We offer few salat, we do this, and then we think that that's it, I'm Jannati. I'm from a people of paradise. It's good to think. But that should not stop you from doing more and more actions, my brother. And that's what the Sahaba did. They never thought like that. So they started to get worried, probably this is for us, because we also give zakat, we also perform the hajj, we do all kind of things. So they're asking, Ya Rasulullah, please explain them a little bit more for us. We don't want to become like them unknowingly. Now Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam is saying, oh my Sahaba, innahum ikhwanukum. They are from your brothers. Wa min jildatikum. and they are from same body, from the same race. They are your brothers and sisters. They offer the salat the way you offer the salat. They worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala day and night. But at the same time, when they are all alone by themselves, when they are in the seclusion, when they are in the secret places, when they are in the private places, they transgress the sacred limits of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They forget Allah. They forget this thing that Allah is watching them.